Ayo, what's up YouTube? BH28 Racing here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today guys, we are doing a diecast review for the first time in, I don't know, maybe a few years. But today guys, we're doing a diecast review on Kyle Larson's number 21, not number 21, Kyle Larson's 2021 number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. I can't believe I just butchered the intro of that. Jesus Christ, it's been a while since I've done one of these. But let's go over the packaging. It says Kyle Larson on the front with Hendrick Motorsports, NASCAR, and the QR code. Not QR code, whatever you scan. Action Racing Collectibles, still the choice of champions. Kyle Larson, number 5, HendrickCars.com. 2021 Camaro ZL1 and 1LE. Well, they forgot the 1LE. 164 scale stock car. The top, the bottom. Without any further ado, let's take this thing out of its box. Now it's out of its package, and sorry, I've had a cough lately, so I might be coughing a lot in this video. But first look at this thing out of the package. My God, this is a very, very beautiful diecast. And this diecast, from what has been going on since I've seen it come out, that it's hard to find. So this diecast, I believe, is going to be hard to find within a year. So let's get to the review. On the front of the car, we have 5 Chevrolet Hendrick Motorsports. On the hood, we have HendrickCars.com, Larson on the name rail. Down the side, if I can get a good view, we have Sunoco, Goodyear and the Goodyear Eagles, Tarleton, NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Race Car, 5, HendrickCars.com, Exalta, oh boy, this is going to be hard to read. I can never read the post. Exalta, I think that's Acornus, Freightliner, McTool, Siemens, and Cincinnati. Surprisingly, I got that. Then there's Valvoline, American Ethanol. I think it says American Ethanol. 5. That's not a good view of the 5. 5, HendrickCars.com. Valvoline. Well, that's kind of blurry. Valvoline, HendrickCars.com. 5, Camaro ZL1, 1LE. Nation's Guard and Larson on their rear windshield. Well, his name hitter on the rear windshield. And the right side is the same as the left. I haven't done one of those in a while. That felt a little weird. Sorry about that. So let's talk about this paint scheme. Basically, all the paint scheme is the old Ricky Hendrick paint scheme that he ran. I forget. I don't know when he ran it, but he ran this car, and it was also the number 5. So this is literally practically a modern day throwback as a primary car. And this car, well, this exact paint scheme was used with William Byron last year. I don't have the diecast at all, so I can't compare it. But literally, Byron has used this paint scheme as well. But literally, This is a Ricky Hendrick throwback, or tribute, I should say. And the only thing that's inaccurate about this diecast versus the actual paint scheme is on the quarter panels. It says we're hiring technicians, I think, on it. They added something to the rear quarter panels later on in the season, but that's the only thing that's not accurate with this thing. But yeah, overall, this is a very, very beautiful diecast. I highly recommend getting it. I highly recommend it if you're a Larson fan, because literally, why wouldn't you want the Champions diecast? Because literally, this diecast is hard to find right now, and they're going very expensive, and they're probably being sold out everywhere, I believe. I don't know how fast they're going, but I'm pretty sure they're going fast. And I know by this time next year that it's going to be hard to find one of these things. I was lucky enough to find it when I did. Like, it was hard to find the Larson's Authentic diecast. It was hard to find the NASCAR Authentic diecast. But luckily I found it when I just randomly went to a store one day, found it, and picked it up. But I also wanted, the normal gold series. So I was like, this one is probably going to be the harder one to find. And sure enough, it was the harder one to find, which it literally took me a while. I think from when I ordered this, it was the only one of the HendrickCars.com one that was in stock. So it was roughly one of the only ones. It was one of only a few that were left in stock from where I ordered it. So yeah, within a year or so, this diecast might be worth way more than what it is now. So if I had to rate this paint scheme, I'm not going to say this is a solid 10 out of 10. Because literally, I don't think it's a perfect paint scheme. Because no paint scheme is probably ever perfect. I'd say, though, this paint scheme is a solid 9.5 out of 10. They could have done a little better. I mean, they could have changed it slightly, add a few more designs to it, but I can understand that they want to make this a Ricky Hendrick tribute / throwback. So in that case of it, it's still a very, very beautiful paint scheme. And it's literally an exact version of that diecast in the modern, not diecast, the exact version of that paint scheme in the modern day Cup Series. But anyway, I highly recommend this diecast. And if you see it at all, and I mean at all, instantly get your hands on this thing. Don't wait to buy this, because this diecast is already hard to find. Who knows how it's going to be by New Year's, or who knows by the end of next year. But yeah, your 2021 champ, Kyle Larson. The Champions diecast. Selling fast. Go get it while it's hot. It's not really hot on the shelf now. It's been out for a while. But get it while you still can at a cheap price before the prices start rocketing up. Dang cough. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this diecast review. Overall with this beautiful paint scheme, beautiful diecast, highly recommend getting it no matter what. Even if you're a Larson, I highly recommend it if you're a Larson fan. Like my good friend Race Day 2011, Blue Jimmy 48 fan, which Brandon, you guys do the my friend at the Reaction Squad. I'll say with this year, this was his driver's year. Yes, this is Jimmy's car from last year. Jimmy's team from last year, but hey, They got it done this year. And I'm very happy about that. Even though Larson is my second favorite driver. He is... Well, even though Alex Bowman's my favorite and Larson's my second, it's still a great year. Still even a great year for Bowman. But that's going to be... Bowman's diecast review will be happening whenever I get the Gold Series diecast, whenever that comes out. But yeah. Great season for Larson and for all the Larson fans, especially if you're a Jimmy Johnson fan like my friend Brandon, aka Blue Jimmy 48 fan. Because if you were him or me, for example, because I was a Johnson fan before I became a Bowman fan, literally it was nice seeing that old 48 team get the championship this year. It was nice seeing that team win again. But yeah, I highly recommend this diecast. Get it while you can before prices go up. And that's going to be it for this diecast review. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It'll really help me out. It'll really mean a lot. But anyway, guys, I'll see all you dudes in the next video. See you guys then.